Hi friends, welcome back to Coffee and Cocktails. On this channel, I like to talk about budgeting, personal finance, planning, and productivity. I'm working to pay off debt, invest wisely for my future, and put myself in a better financial position. If that sounds like content you'd like, please subscribe and let's get into today's video. Hi friends, welcome back. How is everybody doing? It is, let's see, I don't even know what the date is actually. It's like middle or towards end of October. I think it's the second to last week of October. And today I am going to do some unstuffing. So I'm going to show how I use the cash envelope system, but also utilize my credit cards and debit cards for some of my spending. And so that's what we're going to do today. So we are going to put my coffee over here. And I've got a list here of my expenses that I've made on cards, either, like I said, either credit cards or debit cards. So that money's already been taken out of my bank account, but I need to take this money out of my cash envelopes. And so I've got transactions here for about a month worth, just because I didn't have time to do it previously. So I've got, like I said, about a month's worth of transactions that we are going to unstuff today. So first step is always just like going through and writing out everything. So I go through all my credit card statements online and my debit card or like my bank account statement and make sure I've got everything written down. I try and write them down, not necessarily the day I do it, but like within a week of when I do it, like when I actually do the transaction. However, that doesn't always happen depending on how busy I am, but I always go through before I actually do my unstuffing and just make sure I've got everything written down. So we are going to, let's see, where should we start? Let's just start at the top, I guess, annual subs, because that's going to give us a good chunk. I'm going to put this to the side because we don't need it quite yet. But I know my annual subscriptions, I had to pay Peacock. I switched over from a monthly to an annual subscription. And that was $109.99. And so, actually, I do need a calculator. I guess not yet. So I know I need to take money out of that. And then that'll give us some change to use going forward. So it's $109.99. I'm going to take out $110. So what I do is on the back, I write the actual total. And then I write the dollar amount of what I'm taking out. So I'm taking out $110. That is the only transaction for my annual subscriptions. So let's see, $110. I'm gonna take out this cash and leave the placeholders. So let's see what we've got. Oh, this definitely needed to be condensed anyway. So let's do kind of a mixture. So let's do, that'll be 10, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so that should be 110. Let's just double check. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, and 10. Perfect. And so now we've got some change to use as we unstuff in case we need some change. And I'm gonna write on here, I do not know what the date is. I'm just gonna say 10, 22, I don't know. So minus 110. So we had, what did we have? We had 687 minus the 110. So that should leave us with 577. Put this here. Let's just double check that that's what we have. So I've got 400 in the bank. 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 75, 76, 77. Perfect. So 577 in annual subscriptions. And then I like to also highlight it on here once it is unstuffed. All right. So let's just go. I'm gonna go to birthdays next because that's another one that I know is a lot. And I'll get us some change, which I think is in this is in my black binder, which is short-term sinking funds. So this was because my birthday was in September, and so we had gotten a hotel for a couple nights, and I split the cost. We went to Disneyland, so we got a hotel out by Disney. So we've got 36 plus 365.97 plus, I think that's it. Okay, that is it. So 401.97 for those two transactions. So that was the hotel and the parking. 401.97. I did write all of the categories on the back here as well. So I'm just going through and putting it right next to the category. So for this, we will take out 402. Okay. So we don't have any ones left or yet. So we're gonna have to come back to that one actually. Okay. Clothing, let me add it up. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough in my clothing envelope yet because I just spent some last night and I haven't cash stuffed yet for this week. So let's just take a look though. 79.69. Oh, I got some like Halloween stuff. I got some winter, like not winter boots, but like cute like black booties. I got a orange Halloween sweater for the office. $127.49 at Comfort. And I like to just put a check mark as I add them up to make sure I got everything. That might be it. Nope. Oh, I bought some new work pants from Amazon. That was $30. All right, so that is it. Yes, that is $237.18. $237.18. Oh, I do have enough. I have $285. Okay, cool. So let's do, I'm gonna do $237 on that. So I will round up or down, just kind of depending on the change. And then I will go through and figure out the difference. And then that goes in what I call the honey pot, which is kind of just like a virtual coin jar that I just track that extra change in, and it just kind of moves about depending on how much I end up going. So I'm not going to put change in these envelopes, obviously. So that is how I deal with that. So $237 is what we're going to take. So we're going to take 220, 230, 35, 36, 37. Perfect. All right, so we've got $200 in placeholders. So I will transfer this from my savings account over to checking to pay that off. And 20, 35, 36, 37. And now we've got some ones, which is great. All right, so 285 minus 237. So we should have $48 left. And sorry, I don't think you can see the calculator, but there's just not a lot of space here. 2. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 7, 48. Perfect. All right, and then since I unstuffed that, let's go ahead and highlight it. Clothing. There's one more, clothing. Yes, from Amazon. And then I forgot, I do also like to highlight it on this side as well. All right. So, this was gifts and birthdays, actually. Let's go to fun, which is right here. Okay, I see some fun here. So I bought a book on Kindle. That was $8.30, and that is it. Okay. I got some ones. Okay, so fun, $8.30. So let's see what I have in here. Okay, cool. Let's take out $8. The book I purchased was A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is book number 4 of the Avatar series. So I bought that on my Kindle. It's a very short book. I've actually since rented a new book from the library. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. Cool. All right, so we are taking out $8. We'll put that over here. So in fun, minus 8. So 45 minus 8 leaves us with 37. So we've got 25, 35, 36, 37. Perfect. Fun money. I think I bought another book. Oh, I bought a book at Costco yesterday. That is not on here. That's all right. It was like, I don't know, 10 bucks or something. Alrighty. Let's go to durables, which is the next one. So we have, I'm trying to put it over here. So in durables, we've got 1078. I bought, this is one of the things I bought, some pumpkin decor. So I got this one and then I got another one. So that was, 2 of those were 1078. What else do we have in consumables? I got a like cleaning brush thing. That was 1025. Bought that on Amazon. And then also on Amazon, 91.21. I bought a like a, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like one of those carts that you always see like people going to like the beach with, or like to carry up groceries in an apartment building. So I bought that to help with like my moving, to like move boxes and stuff. So I bought that on Amazon, and then I bought like clothing bags to put clothes in for the move as well. So that should be everything then on durables. All right, that is $112.24. All right, so let's go into durables and see, what do we have? We've got 320. Okay, I'm gonna do, let's take out 113, just since everything else has been rounded down. We'll round this one up. So 113 for durables. Okay, so 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, and 12, and 13. Let's see if that's correct. That should be correct. So 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. So 113. So mark off our little tracker, minus 113. So we had 320 minus 113. So we should have 207 left. Got 100, 200 in the bank, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So 207. This is actually good because I had a lot of envelopes that were like too thick with bills, like this one. It had all those 10s in it. So we're getting rid of that, which is good. So that's unstuffed. Sometimes I will go through and just do all the calculations on the front end rather than as I go. So it just kind of depends on whatever, you know, works best for you. All right. What else do we have in here? Consumables. One back here. So let's see what we have here. We have $13.24. I bought some Sharpies. I have one here. I bought a couple of like these huge ones to label boxes with. So I got 2 of those, and then I got like just like a regular pack of Sharpies that I showed in one of my other videos. Okay, so $13.24. What else? I got some like tape for moving, like tape to tape up boxes. Also the boxes. And then I got some cleaning supplies, which was $50 on Amazon. And I got some toilet paper from Trader Joe's. So $54.30 is what we've got there. That should be everything. $54.30. Just make sure, do we have ones in here? We don't have ones, so I'm gonna round up to 55 on this one. And let's see. That should be 55, I believe. So 20, 40, 50, 55. Perfect. All right. Easy peasy. 55, so it should be 45. Oops. Yeah, oh, 35. So we've got 25, 30, 35 left for consumables. I'm just gonna swap out these two 5s for a 10. Might as well while I'm here. There we go. Right. So again, we will highlight it. And it'll be good to get all this money back into my account. I do keep like buffer money in my account, so my account is never like at risk of going negative or anything. And I do like to pay my credit cards basically weekly or every 2 weeks, so there's never a chance of it going over and getting interest accrued. Let's see, what else is in here? I think self-care, right? Yeah, self-care. So I see $20.88 on self-care. That is because I bought a bottle of fire cider on Amazon because, you know, cold season is coming up. So I would rather be prepared and start taking that now. So I'm gonna take out 21. It's $20.88. So 21 coming out. It's not cheap, that is for sure. Oops, it should be 62. So 50, 61, 62 left in self-care. I'm gonna swap this one for one that doesn't have a marker on it, because this money will go back to the bank, or depending on when I do my next cash stuffing, I might just repurpose the money and just not take cash out of the bank, just to save myself a trip to the bank. Just kind of depends on timing. So there we go, self-care. 21 out of there. And we'll highlight it. Alrighty. What do we have left? Birthdays and gifts, work trips, groceries, dining out. Okay. So now that we've got some change, I think we can probably go to the birthdays and gifts. So what was birthdays? Well, wait. We didn't unstuff birthdays. I meant to highlight clothing, not birthdays. Okay. So birthdays and gifts is one envelope. So I should have put them together. I don't know why I didn't, but since we didn't, what was the gifts? I think it was $9. Yeah, $9. So let me put here, that's 9 even, makes it easy. So we will do 402 plus 9. We'll do 411 coming out. So let's see. We've got exactly 600. I'll take the 500 placeholder. 500 minus 411. So we need to give it back $89. So 50, 85, 86, 87, 88, and 89. So 50, 75, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 89. Perfect. So hopefully we did that correctly. Let's see. So 10, 22 minus 4, 11. So 600 minus 4, 11. We should have $189 left. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 40, 50, 65, 75, 76, 79. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. I'm off $10. Did I take 89 back or did I take 79 back? I think I only took 79. I'm gonna take a 10, but I will watch what I'm editing and hopefully it's correct. I will also do the math at the end just to make sure that we've got the right amount. Let's see. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 75, 80, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That should be correct. 89. And let me highlight that. The $9 gift. I was in Chicago and I always grab some Garrett's popcorn to bring back for my mom because like the Chicago Garrett's popcorn, I mean, you can't go wrong. So she loves it, and if I don't bring it, she will say something. So I got that at the airport on the way back. Work trips. I honestly don't think I have enough in work trips, but let me look. I think that is in long term. I think it might be short, like 15 bucks or something. Let's see. But we are almost done. So work trips. 75. Yeah, I do not have enough for that. I can take out one of the work trips. So let's do, I'm gonna take out the 68 for work trips right now. So I'm just gonna put like an asterisk just to remember that I didn't take out the full amount. I'm doing 68 02. So 68. Let's see. So 20, 40, 60, 5, 70. So 20, 40, 50, 55. What? This should be 70. Because there's 75. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. There we go. 70. And I will give myself back $2. Just try to do those ones. Try to do the nicest ones. So we've got, it's hard to do sideways, but that's all right. $7 left, which is correct. So 10, 22 minus 68. Yes. Which leaves 7. All right. So then I will come back and do like the 30 whatever dollars next time I do an unstuffing, which is fine because I just 3-hole punch these and put them in my budget. And so I always will look at it, you know, the next time I do an unstuffing just to make sure I've got everything. So there we go. And having it highlighted like this makes it very easy to see. All right, so everything we have left is groceries and dining out. So I know groceries, there's not enough because I haven't stuffed yet for this week, and I just went grocery shopping yesterday. Let's see how short are we on groceries? I might just leave those. Oops, I'm just adding everything. Yeah, so we're about $30 short on groceries. So I'm just gonna leave those ones as is, and then we'll just unstuff that, you know, totally next time. Dining out, let's see, $14.43. Okay, so $14.43 for Raising Cane's. $9.46 and $2.74 for a bottle of soda. So $26.63 is coming out of dining out. Oops, I didn't write that on here. Dining out, $26.63. So we will do other ones. Yes, so we'll do 27 from dining out. Oops. Okay, so we'll take out the 40. So 40 minus 27. I owe myself 13. So 10, 13, that's all I got. All right. Update the tracker, minus 27. 195 minus 27. It should be 168. I think my pen is dying. So 150, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 168. I'm gonna swap 5 of these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in case I need any change. Although, I think this was the last envelope, right? 150, 65, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. 168 in dining out. Oh, I unstuffed that. Dining out. So the only thing that we weren't able to do was groceries, and then one item from work trips. $37 at Macy's, so that's not bad. What was the groceries total? 60. I got some protein shakes, some nuts, water, cereal, Costco, mayo. Yeah, $120.92 in groceries, and I've got 91 in there right now, so that is fine. I'm just gonna write the total here so that way when I come do my next unstuffing, I've got the amounts there already, and I'll know what I need to do from here, and then also that work trips. Okay, so now let's add up what we unstuffed, and that way we can confirm it against this just to make sure it's correct. So I'm gonna go back here, pull this over, gonna grab a sip of coffee. Okay, and so everything that is highlighted here, I'm going to add up and get a total. So 237 for clothing, 402, 68, 9, 8, 13, 55, 21, and 27. All right, so that's $1,050. So that should be what we have here. So we've got, do I count these? I think I count these. So this is 700 in placeholders. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Maybe I don't count those placeholders. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, that's right. Plus 5. 1,050. Perfect. So we've got $1,050 that is going back to the bank, or like in the case of these placeholders, I will just transfer that money over from my high yield savings to replenish my checking account. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the unstuffing. After this, I will 3-hole punch this. I'll put it in my binder, my budget binder. And then next time when I do an unstuffing, this will be the first place that I look, just so that I can finish out whatever is left over, which for today was this $37 in work trips and then the groceries. All right, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that helped explain how I use a card while using the cash envelope method. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!